The O'Reilly Factor, the #1 cable news show for 13 years running.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly in a Weekdays with Bernie segment tonight. The purveyor of BernardGoldberg.com and I have a slight disagreement over whether Attorney General Eric Holder will be forced to resign. I say he'll have to. Bernie says not so fast. He joins us now from Miami. But even Tom Brokaw agrees with me on this. Roll the tape.
Does he stay in the job?
Boy, I think it's tough to see how he does at this case, but it's up to the president. From a political point of view, one of the ways that you can measure the impact of all of this and the fairness of it is think if this had happened in the Bush administration with John Ashcroft as the Attorney General. You know full well that the Democrats and the left would be going very hard after them with these issues that are in play.
Wow, Brokaw trying to be fair and balanced there, Bernie, and you say?
Well, as moved, I mean, as touched as I am, Bill, by the fact that you and your new best friend, Tom Brokaw, finally agree on something.
Right.
In this case, that Eric Holder can't survive. I'm saying, unless you give me a timetable to go along with your bold prediction, you're not telling me enough. For one thing, when's he going to go? I never said that he was going to.
He's going to go in late August when everybody's on vacation. Friday.
Exactly.
Friday night. Late August, about 5:30.
We have no disagreement at all if that's your position.
Right.
I didn't know that was your position.
No. He's not going to go now. They're going to ease him out when everybody's on vacation. Late August, Friday, 5:30. You know, he goes, hey, I need a break. I got to go. See ya.
That is word for word my position. Word for word. I will add this, that he's not going to be forced out by the so-called mainstream media because they're unhappy today or tomorrow or yesterday, because their unhappiness is not going to last. The story is already morphing into how Republicans have always disliked Eric Holder, and there's nothing new that they dislike him now, and that he's a surrogate because they also don't like President Obama.
But the real story is that Eric Holder now is a reminder of all of these problems. And that will never change, so he has to go. I don't want you to react to Darrell Issa, who is a Republican, and he is on one of the committees that is investigating all of these scandals. And he says this about White House spokesman Jay Carney.
The administration is still their paid liar, their spokesperson, picture behind. He's still making up things about what happens and calling this local rogue. There's no indication. The reason that Lois Lerner tried to take the fifth is not because there's a rogue in Cincinnati. It's because this is a problem that was coordinated in all likelihood right out of Washington headquarters, and we're getting to proving it.
Now, Mr. Carney said today he's not going to get in a back and forth with Congressman Issa, but, you know, to call the White House spokesman a paid liar, that's pretty strong stuff.
Right, yeah. Whether Jay Carney is a liar or whether he's simply a public relations man who puts the best spin on things for his client, the president, this is not a smart thing for Congressman Issa to say. It's a distraction, because here we are, and we're not the only ones, talking about what Congressman Issa said and not the scandals that he was referring to. Remember when that congressman, the Republican congressman during the State of the Union, shouted, "You lie," at the president?
Yeah, Wilson from North Carolina.
There aren't three people out there who can tell us what that lie was. But we all remember that he said, "You lie," and it isn't a good thing for Republicans to do. It feeds into the image of what kind of people
personal attacks and stuff like that. And I agree with you, but I'm going to take it a step further. Tony Snow, former White House spokesperson for Bush the Younger, is a friend of mine. And there were times when Snow had to defend things, particularly about the Iraq War, where he could take it up to a line and, you know, hey, it's not going well, you know, this and that. And I said to Snow, I said to him, look, you're by nature a journalist. What is your take when you get into a corner where you know the truth is not flattering to your boss? What do you do? And Snow basically said, I shut it down. I basically go on to another topic and this and that. Because you cannot throw your boss under the bus. So you got to make a decision whether you want to do that job, knowing even if the boss did something wrong, you can't say it. And that's why I don't think it's fair to Carney, because those are the rules. I'll give you the last word.
Do you remember Baghdad Bob during the Iraq War? Baghdad Bob was Saddam Hussein's PR guy. And Baghdad Bob would say things, you'd see missiles going into Baghdad.
Yeah,
and Baghdad Bob would say, yeah, he'd say, what missiles? What are you talking? You know, Saddam Hussein was hiding in a hole. And he'd say, no, he's at the Cannes Film Festival. Well, Baghdad Bob had a son. People don't know this. Baghdad Bob had a son. In Baghdad, he was Baghdad Bob Jr., but they snuck him out to America and they changed his name. His name was, they changed it to Jay Carney. I don't know what happened to this Jay Carney fella. He's Baghdad Bob. He's saying things that you shake your head and you say, are you kidding?
Well, that's the job of the White House press corps, to nail him to the wall when he does that.
We don't have to like it. That's his job. Our job is to say, are you kidding?
And that's the job of the White House press corps, and I hope they do it. Bernie, thanks very much. We have a Bill O'Reilly